What's going on, ladies and gents? It is Darth. We're back in Queensblade Limit Break, and this is just a quick update here. I want to finish out the process that I started of upgrading my fish. Just to show people where I'm at, because I still get people thinking that I'm not going to follow through with upgrading my Nemesis. Now, I didn't document the entire process of upgrading in various things like I kind of wanted to, because I think it's easy to see that process as well as some of my own thought process that goes into it. And a question came up that kind of touches on my thought process. So let's recap. Let's just get caught up with where I am. They were supposed to release another Mind Warrior called Cinderella, and we kind of all were expecting them to do that. But I think the devs are messing with me at this point, and they just haven't released her. So we've gotten a rerun of the fish. Well, I finally decided to break down and not only upgrade her further than I already had her, but take her all the way to 12 star. That's no easy process for a lot of people. So what I did is I went through and pulled for however many copies I needed, which was 6. I went through and pulled for 6. I was prepared to spend the 500 and some odd books, but I only needed 469 to get her. Now I did take that up to 500. I overshot it by a little bit, but I took it up to 500 because I was already so close to getting the additional rewards that I think will come in handy down the road and for upgrading when it comes to using these specific hero souls as substitute for warriors. So I pulled for 6 of them, and then I also pulled for spicy poses and was able to get her spicy pose up. So let's go take a look at where I'm at. As of yesterday, I had her at 10 stars. She is now 11 stars, and I am fully ready to go to 12 stars. Now I did go ahead and do 2 spicy poses on her because that's where I am at. I'm not going to take her, I'm not going to pull for another spicy pose and waste a warrior. I'm going to wait until the next rotation. Those are the kind of choices you're going to have to make because she's already set for rank up. Now, just to be clear on how many warriors you actually need to go to 12 star, you need 9 copies of a specific warrior. That's just the warrior herself. You need 9 copies. You only need 3 to take any warrior to 9 star. It goes up from there. So it goes from 3 to 9 star, and then go all the way up to 12. You need another 6 copies. It's kind of crazy. I'm sorry about that. I got my roommate in the background. Now, I am fully ready. I have a 10-star hero soul that I've been sitting on for a long time. I'm going to go ahead and use her, but I want to touch on something I mentioned earlier, and that's my mindset. Let's go into my inventory here, and you'll see that I actually have a ton of hero souls. 96 universal ones. I got 19 universal 6 stars. These ones right here, they start dropping in these warrior specific ones. They start dropping when you're pulling in the arrival event. Same as these, the normal 6 star and these universal ones, but most of these universal ones came when I purchased my boost fund and I decided to pull for Vesper. You get a ton of hero souls. Now, it would have been easier for me to use these hero souls. As you can see, by the number that I have, it's obviously that I didn't, because I generally have inventory issues. I was at about 700 and some odd warriors here. I usually butt up against this. Now, to be fair, I haven't really done any fusing for a long time. I haven't actually really done. I'm actually behind on fusing. Let me just show you here. Zara is ready to be ranked up again. I got plenty of her, and the same goes for Piper. She's ready to be upgraded. I think I can upgrade her again. Going over to the skill, Shamil is ready to be ranked up. I have more copies of this Pollyanna. I've got a lot of fusing that I need to do, and I'm gonna spend the rest of my weekend. I have Sundays and Mondays off. That's my technical weekend. I start work at 4 a.m. Tuesday through Saturday. I'm gonna spend time going through and fusing my warriors. But what I was trying to say is, instead of using hero souls, because I have a ton of gold warriors in my inventory, I chose to clean up my inventory a little bit by using warriors, meaning I'm building my 6 stars and I'm building my 9 stars needed to upgrade my warriors from scratch. And yes, it kind of sucks that I didn't kind of document that process, but I did want to share with you the final evolution currently of the warrior that I told everybody that I was going to upgrade to 12 star, even though I really hate this particular warrior. So I'm going to do that live here just to show you that it's done, and go through that process. So let's go through it. I don't have a 6-star version, but take a look at this chart here. This is part of what I work on when I am doing this. In order to go from 9 to 10 star, you actually need 2 versions, a 6-star and a 9-star. To create a 6-star, you actually need 2 versions of a warrior and 4 additional warriors. That's interesting because that's a 9 to a 10. 10 to 11, though, requires less warriors because you don't need this 6-star. You only need a 6-star version of the warrior plus a 9-star. Okay, it would be a quality of life change if they actually just got rid of this 6 and made this particular warrior a 6, because there is a difference. You're spending more warriors to go from 9 to 10 than you are 10 to 11, is basically what I'm saying. And then going from 11 to 12, you actually need a 6-star version and a 10-star version, which is not easy to do. But as you can see, the growth stone cost increases as well. 9 to 10, 10,000. 10 to 11, 15,000 and 30,000, so forth. But as you can see, I took these screenshots today, so I had about 715,000 growth stones. Never stop collecting growth stones and XP, even if you think you're done with them. Eventually, if you stay with the game as long as I have, you're going to hit that. So without further ado and talking, we need to go over, because in order to fuse that particular type of warrior, you need to come over to the temple and actually do that. So you're going to sacrifice some warriors. Now in this particular case, I am going to use some hero souls because I pulled a lot of skill heroes just to make this process quicker and easier, since I've already rambled on way too long. We're going to rank up. There's the 6-star version, okay? And I'm going to burn that. Of all warriors, I'm going to burn that 10-star hero soul rather than build a 10-star from scratch. We'll do that at a later date when I start to talk about the fusion process and complete my video series on that. This is going to complete. Now, I do have the premium material. I have 20 of them. I'm going to sacrifice 10, and I'm going to go ahead and upgrade. She is now a 12-star warrior at 2 spicy pose rank as well. Now, let's go ahead and go in and attach a beast just for shits and giggles. And, whoa. Oh, I have a skill, Lixard. There you go. Let's increase her power a little bit by doing that. Now, I can equip jewels. I'll go through and do that later. What I'm going to also do is go on ahead and come through here and do my blossoms on her. And you should be doing all these when you get a warrior to 10, you should at least take it to level, whatever it is before it starts requiring the universal shards. So again, you should always collect PvE petals for your blossoms if you don't know where they are in your quest on your daily trials. Once you get to the elite, Abyssal 3 and 4, you should be sweeping these and collecting these as you go as well. Now, another reason I chose to do warriors, just because a lot of people kind of forget about this and tend to overlook, is the spring. When you fuse warriors from scratch, as opposed to using these souls, they're kind of rewarding you for fusing. It's encouragement. You get this currency called Heavenly Keystones. Okay, I'm about to get 4,400 just for doing what I did when I was boosting those up. And what it does is it increases your attack, HP, and defense every time you invest. So there it is. It's kind of like a loop system that kind of rewards you for doing what you would normally do anyways. Well, that's it, guys. I took my fish to 12-star. It is the first 12-star that I have done in a long time, since my original one, going back to, I believe, September/October, where I made my video of what going into 12-star involved. Now that brings us to another element of upgrading to the 12-star. Because I was at max level for where I was, the spring also comes with kind of another perk. I did do a video on this, but it now, because I have another, basically because I have another 12-star warrior, it adds another 5 levels that I can use to increase my power. And I just want to reiterate how expensive this is when you do get your first 5 warriors to 12-star and then beyond, because every 12-star warrior after that, as long as it's not a duplicate, gives you 5 more levels. Now what does level do for you here? It's going to increase your base attribute stats, thus increasing your power across the boards. Because it's level and not star driven, it's going to increase your HP, attack, defense, and yes, your speed. I've been collecting, somebody did ask me, I'm just kind of riffing here guys, stick with me, we'll get there. Somebody asked me why I'm continuing to invest in XP and grow stones, is because your journey doesn't stop there. Again, once you get to 12, your first 5 warriors to 12-star, your minimum level goes from 310 to 335, but you have to invest all of these materials to get there. And now that I have another 12-star added to my roster, I can go from 335 to 340. This is how expensive it is and why you never stop collecting gold that I keep telling people about, grow stones, and XP. Now I didn't invest heavily in XP is because this, remember, this quadrant lights up 5 times, meaning you have to sacrifice materials 5 times before you get 1 level. So for the purposes of the video, since I didn't build warriors up from scratch, let's just see how far we can get. 335 to 340. What would 1.7 billion gold, 589 million XP, how far can I get? Can I get all 5 levels? Let's find out. I don't think I'm going to be able to, but there's 36. 37. Now look, the price increases. Grow stones went from 3,000 to 3,200. 27 million gold per, that's times 5, by the way. 14 million times 5. So I may actually get to 340. Oh crap, I might actually do it. Son of a bee. I didn't think I was going to be able to do it, but there you go. 340. I am now spending 29 million times 5 and 15 million XP times 5 for the next warrior. So, preview of the next warrior, I kind of want to take to 12-star. It's undetermined at this point, but to follow the PvP meta, I think I may go ahead and do M. Phylea, or I may wait until see if they release the Cinderella. For all intents and purposes, Cinderella looks like to be a warrior and a major DPS, but we'll know more once we see her out there. What do you think, guys? Again, continue to get your gold because you never know how quickly you're going to burn through it. Same thing with XP and all the other materials. Fish is 12-star. I have done and followed through with what I told people I was going to do. Still got some work with blossoms and things like that to do, and choosing skills. Again, choosing skills should be fairly easy. Speed, obviously. I got 2,000 base speed without increasing anything on this particular warrior. She's got no gear on her. I'm probably going to go with Barrage and Speed for my skills. I'm going to have to take a look at it, but I'll update you on that. Also, keep in mind, you got Bonding. Bonding is very expensive, but I'm probably going to invest a lot of this Bonding in her because look at the amount of speed. The speed keeps going up the higher your Bonding level. And this is where a lot of people are getting stats as well that people continue to forget about their Bonding. I use this to speed tune my warriors as well, because if you want your buffers to go first, you throw a few extra Bonding on them and things become pretty fluid. Anyways, guys, that's it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. I rambled on a little bit longer than I had intended to, and yes, this isn't the video I intended. I kind of wanted to show you the building up from scratch and just kind of riff with you. Again, also keep in mind, when you fuse from the ground up, you get this currency that increases your stats. This is increasing your power. Don't forget that when using souls versus using your building from scratch. Okay, see you guys in the next one. Have a good one.